Dopamine is a chemical in the brain, a neurotransmitter, that has different functions in different areas of the brain. It is involved in the brain's reward system. But it's not just a pleasure center, it's your brain's motivating force. Dopamine sparks you into action. Dopamine signals whether something is important for our survival or if it is unimportant for our survival. It assigns what is called a reward salience to the things we experience. Imagine being thirsty on a hot day. Just thinking about water triggers dopamine, motivating you to get up and find something to drink. This system helped our ancestors survive. Finding food, water, and social bonds all triggered dopamine, stamping those experiences as important. Dopamine acts like a highlighter, flagging experiences that matter for your well-being and survival. And it's not just about eating or drinking, but also socializing and connecting with others. When you share a laugh or a great conversation, your brain rewards you with dopamine, encouraging strong social bonds. This motivation system is a brilliant survival tool, helping us learn, explore, and be motivated towards survival behaviors. Now let's take a trip through your brain's reward pathway. It's your dopamine superhighway. It starts in the ventral tegmental area, or VTA, the dopamine factory. When something important happens like smelling good food, the VTA creates dopamine. Then its first stop is through the mesolimbic pathway to the nucleus accumbens. This is your action center, where you feel motivated to act. Next, it goes to the amygdala. The amygdala is part of our fight-or-flight response, and it triggers anger or fear to either fight or escape. It motivates us to protect ourselves or something we care about. The amygdala is active in feelings of deprivation and starvation, and creates strong feelings of distress until a person gets what their survival system says they need. Then dopamine reaches the hippocampus, which stores all the memory details for the desired object or experience to help you remember it. Then finally, the prefrontal cortex, the mesocortical pathway. This is your brain's CEO that helps you plan and focus on getting that reward. This whole dopamine pathway works together to motivate you to repeat helpful survival behaviors. It's how your brain knows what's worth chasing. Sometimes, the reward system, though, gets hijacked by addictive experiences like substance abuse or other addictive behaviors. These cause a massive dopamine flood, but this tricks your brain into thinking this addiction is necessary for survival. The brain then has to adapt to this overactivation of the dopamine system by reducing your dopamine receptors in your brain. This leads to tolerance, and you become less responsive to the addiction, and you need more of it to feel the same effect. Worse still, other natural survival rewards like food, water, safety, and social relationships lose their appeal because they do not produce as much dopamine as the addiction, so they end up having less of a survival value. The cravings take over. They become intense, urgent desires from the amygdala like a starvation response. Strong memories of the addictive behavior are activated from the hippocampus, and the prefrontal cortex gets hijacked into planning how to get more of the addiction. The addiction has rewired your brain, and your own survival system is now working against you, causing you to prioritize the craving above all else. The addiction changes how your survival system operates, like the way a computer virus changes a computer. But the good news? Your brain can recover. And those who have overcome addiction and made it possible for the brain to heal have found the following strategies helpful in their recovery. First, urge surfing. Acknowledge cravings without acting on them. Notice the discomfort in your body, and remind yourself that like a wave, it will come, it will peak, but then it will pass. Next is healthy distraction. Do something engaging to break your brain's focus on the craving. Leaving the situation, exercising, relaxation techniques, hobbies, spending time with friends and family who don't use, joining a club, class, or group, can all be helpful distractions from the addiction. Another tool is, talk about the craving. Instead of reaching for the drug, reach for the phone. Sharing your experience with someone you trust can reduce a craving's power and boost your resolve. Attending community support group meetings with others who have overcome your addiction can be especially helpful. Remember also to play the tape. During cravings, people tend to think about the positive effects of using and do not think about the negative consequences they've had. They hit pause on the videotape of the mind where the person feels good from the addiction but do not allow the tape to continue playing to the end where things often go badly. It is helpful during these times to remind yourself where using leads and the problems it creates. Remember, relapse is a rerun. You know how the story ends. Keeping a card with you that lists specific negative consequences you have had can be particularly helpful to read when having cravings. All of these strategies can help retrain your brain's reward system. Cravings are tough, but they're temporary. You have the tools to take back control.